One of the greatest heroes in anime history is taking on the world of Chainsaw Man. We have today from a-ronimatons, Deku smashes Chainsaw Man Devils. Deku versus CSM, Chainsaw Man. And this is from a-ronimatons. Y'all know what it is, bro. At this point, y'all should have seen a few of them kind of coming down the channel. If y'all enjoy this, make sure to hit them with the goodness. That's like, comment, subscribe, share. Lock it in by hitting that bell. That is the goodness. Hit them with it. And if y'all enjoy my reaction, please do the same for your boy. Let's get to it. I'm not well versed or remember all of the Chainsaw Man characters. I'm not gonna lie. That's a hard
back with another one.
Shot,
First off, I just wanted to thank you guys for the recent growth of my channel. It's been really amazing. And I appreciate you guys enjoying my recent consistency lately. I'll try to keep it up as best as I can.
Put the switch on it.
Started. So watch till the end and let me cook. Joining the gauntlet in this video will once again feature the world's greatest hero and the 9th user of One For All. Izuku Midoriya, going up against several Chainsaw Man.
I always forget what he
The last gauntlet we told you didn't have any spoilers for Chainsaw Man, but this first round of opponents for Deku definitely will.
Yeah.
So spoilers beware for the Chainsaw Man manga. That being said, if you guys are ready to see some real epic and badass fights, then make sure to subscribe and hit that bell while you're down there. But without any further ado,
hit 'em with
let's
the
get
goodness.
straight into this with Deku's first opponent.
Talk to me, a-ronimatons. The Darkness Devil.
Deku versus the Darkness Devil.
I vaguely remember this. Again, okay, so when Chainsaw Man came out, when the original anime came out, I read the entire manga. I read, like, in a matter of a week, I read from chapter 1 to the end of part 1, I guess you would say. And I even read a little into part 2, bro. So it's a lot of this stuff is gonna be a little vague. I gotta go back and watch again. But I remember, if I'm not mistaken, it was catching bodies. Yeah.
I don't think Deku could have landed a worse opponent to start off this gauntlet. The Darkness Devil is the embodiment of humanity's primal fear of the dark, a being that never quote-unquote fought the Devil Hunters in hell so much as erased them. With a single thought, it warped space, ripped bodies apart, and induced overwhelming psychic pressure that left even seasoned hunters mentally crushed. Its attacks aren't projectiles or strikes, they're conceptual, bypassing durability, speed, and physical resistance entirely. Deku's arsenal is built for movement, adaptability.
This is a real damn demon, a real devil, bro.
And danger sets make him a nightmare for physical opponents. And One For All at full power bends the limits of human capability. But none of these tools matter against the devil whose abilities ignore conventional mechanics. Even Deku's greatest feats rely on the assumption that an attack has travel time, form, or direction. The Darkness Devil's powers don't. Danger sense would overload instantly, providing no actionable warning. Black Whip and mobility become irrelevant when this devil can make the entire concept of darkness his domain. And even if Deku somehow held out for a moment, he has no counter to psychic dismemberment or paralysis. His strength and speed simply do not interact with this type of
This is just an automatic
There's no closing the gap, there's no counter attack, there's no plus ultra moment that can bridge this cosmic divide. And with that,
that's a painful way to go out. Look, the Darkness Devil beats a lot of your favorites, bro. Like, let's be real. The Darkness Devil get Goku. You can't really conceptualize how to defeat this thing, bro.
He starts off this gauntlet with an 0-1 KD. A rough start for Deku, but after a traumatizing loss like that, he would definitely need to get his medal.
It's like putting Kirishima up against All For One. It's not a fight.
Checked. And a great tool to do exactly that
BetterHelp.
is BetterHelp.
The sponsor of today's video. BetterHelp is an online tool that allows you to connect with a licensed therapist, granting you therapy from the comfort of your own home. I don't talk a lot about my personal life on this channel, and honestly, that's just me. I like to keep the details of my life private, and the YouTube side of it stays far away for the most part. But I've been in therapy for a while now throughout this entire journey. And through the family issues, the relationship problems, and just for me to become a better person as a whole and let go of the negative patterns I've engaged in my life, I can't stress how amazing therapy has been to help me navigate through all of that. And most of it has been remote.
BetterHelp is on a mission to make starting therapy easier. And one of my favorite things about it is that you can easily switch therapists at any time with no extra cost, if it's just not the right fit for you. BetterHelp accepts both HSA and FSA cards, making it even easier to prioritize your mental health. In 2024 alone, over 137,000 people used their HSA and FSA benefits for therapy through BetterHelp. So be sure to use yours before they expire. Going to therapy is a sign of strength, not weakness. And BetterHelp makes therapy simple for you to start making strides in your mental health.
So click my link in the description and go to betterhelp.com/a-ronimatons to get 10% off your first month of therapy.
And thank you BetterHelp for sponsoring this video.
You see, this is a better
Deku
matchup.
versus the Bomb Devil.
Deku kind of got the speed to go toe to toe with her. He's durable too.
Kachan?
You funny, bro. That's all. One, Kanchan, but then two, wasn't that who Metro Boomin's album? I respect
PTSD
it.
would be real.
I enjoyed
Reze
that.
fights with the same explosive ferocity, but taken to a lethal extreme. As the Bomb Devil's hybrid, Reze turns her body into a living detonator, propelling herself at supersonic speeds and obliterating
Where you get
trained
this
devil
footage
hunters
from?
before they can even register her movement. Add her regeneration as a hybrid devil, and that gives her a clear advantage that Midoriya simply doesn't have despite his versatility. But Deku isn't a stranger
That
to
movie
speed
was
himself.
good, too.
Even before Gear Shift, he was dodging Lady Nagant's sniper rounds in mid-air, and even outpaced them with Fajin to save Overhaul. Black Whip, Fajin, and Danger Sense would let him adjust angles instantly, slipping through the explosive pressure. And once Gear Shift enters the equation, Deku accelerates beyond anything Reze has ever
he
fought.
brought that
So while
motherfucker from
Reze's
hell.
explosions give her incredible speed and destructive power,
Friendly predator risen mount.
Delaware Smash! Air Force!
Deku's output simply exists on another level, and there's only so much damage she could take before needing more blood to regenerate. It's a clean, overwhelming takedown. In a straight 1v1, Deku is simply too fast to stop, pushing his KD up 1-1. With Reze neutralized, Deku pushes forward, ready to take on the next devil in his path.
Gun Devil. Ooh. Ooh. Deku, you going against the heavy hitters. Ain't no fraud in your run, bruh. Oh my god, this is Dirk. This is Dirk. You're Dirk Nowitzki right now, bro. You're going up against the worst of the worst. Now, granted, you lost to one, but that's honestly, you lost to the KD Warrior, like, you know, the Warriors with KD and LeBron. It was no beating the darkness, bruh.
Deku versus the American Gun Devil.
Y'all switch it out. Switch it out.
This matchup pits focused hero firepower against the devil built for ranged annihilation. The American Gun Devil is a strategic weapon, not the unstoppable global catastrophe version, but the controlled organism used by the US government. It fires volleys of bullets at extreme speed, launches high-caliber barrages capable of leveling buildings, and moves with enough precision to target individuals mid-combat. Its body is durable enough to survive initial clashes with Makima's squad and retaliate with sustained fire. But evading bullets isn't anything new for Deku. In the first movie, while he only had access to 5% of One For All, he was already dodging bullets at very close range.
Point
With
blank.
his current arsenal of quirks, weaving through the Gun Devil's firing patterns becomes significantly more manageable. Once he does break through the ranged pressure, the fight tilts decisively.
St. Louis! Smash!
Kill confirmed.
The insane regeneration capability
I ain't gonna lie. Somebody let me know. I might have missed it. I might. Has he ever said Georgia Smash, bro? Like, come on, show some love to our state, bro.
of the Gun Devil would probably allow it to not be outright killed by Deku, but a strong smash would be enough to end the fight. His KD? 2-1. If this was the full Gun Devil though, I'm sure we'd be having a very different conversation.
I thought that's what we were getting.
Deku versus the Typhoon Devil.
That's from the movie. I think Deku got him.
Now this is one chaotic matchup to
Or
end this
her?
gauntlet. Not because the Typhoon Devil physically overpowers Deku, but because of how overwhelming its battlefield control is. As the embodiment of humanity's fear of storms, it generates tornadoes strong enough to shred buildings, scatter vehicles, and tear apart entire city blocks. Even trained devil hunters struggle to survive the force of its winds. Deku, however, has dealt with large-scale destruction before, both in the series and in the canon films. In Your Next specifically, he unleashed enough power with just 45% of One For All to collapse and destroy an entire villain stronghold. And he did it without Fajin or Gear Shift stacked. Against the Typhoon Devil, that level of controlled force becomes a perfect counter. In his
if he ever get up to All Might, prime All Might level, All Might was punching tornadoes in the sky. Think about the physics behind that. Because they don't really use magic, but at least not with All Might. His punches aren't magical or element based. But this man punched a tornado. I don't even know how you would physically make sense of that. But he did it, bro.
Maneuverability using Danger Sense and Gear Shift would allow him to weave through the turbulence and strike its core through the chaotic wind barrier. Once he closes in,
3-1.
Kill confirmed.
a focused smash finishes the job. And that wraps up Deku's run through this first round of Chainsaw Man opponents. From overwhelming Reise's explosive mobility to dismantling the American Gun Devil with precision and power, and tearing through the Typhoon Devil's chaotic winds, he closes this
it was a
gauntlet with
nerfed Gun
3-in-1
Devil,
KO,
though.
showcasing just how far One For All has evolved in his hands. But his lone loss to the Darkness Devil isn't about weakness, but about the nature of fear itself.
Yeah.
And how some entities operate far outside a hero's reach. But what do you guys think? Did Deku's fights play out the way you expected? Or would you have given a different outcome to any of these matchups? Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed these animations, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
You know, in either part 2 or part 3, Denji gonna have to pull up, bruh. And that's when things gonna get very interesting. I really don't know, because Denji, as the show, like the manga goes on, he gets more creative and more powerful, more faster, everything. So I don't know.
No.
The King of Curses enters My Hero? Ooh, that's a problem, bro. But then, like, I remember Death Battle did Mahito versus Shigaraki, I believe it was. So I wonder what this would look like. I don't know. We're gonna see. That's all I can say. But Deku versus Chainsaw Man. I feel like there are a few more. Like, technically, if he fight with Angel, all Angel has to do is like grab his face, and Angel wins. But at the same time, Angel is lazy as hell and always be like, "I want to die, just kill me, bro." I don't know there either. I'm glad they didn't put Beam against him, bro. Beam is one of the best characters in Chainsaw Man. But look, if y'all enjoyed this, make sure to hit a-ronimatons with the goodness, bro. Like he said, he been very consistent, and he gives. I don't know. I feel like not natural or authentic. Don't feel like the right word, but he give like a real kind of argument behind these. Again, not a power scaling base, and they don't even feel biased. Like, yeah, if he said Deku beat the darkness, that's a very biased answer. But no, and then someone, I forgot who it was, they went 2-2. I believe Garo went 2-2 in JJK. That's fine, bro. Let these characters are not that powerful. Let them have a real shot at a fair shot. Well, again, if y'all enjoyed it, hit them with the goodness. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Lock it in by hitting that bell. That is the goodness. Hit them with it. And if y'all enjoyed my reaction, please do the same for your boy. This has been your boy, Reggie Wolf. I'm signing out. Peace.